1. Introduction. My name is Honey. I have green eyes. My hair is long and wavy. I like to wear a black dress. I also like to wear shoes with high heels. When I wear my black dress and high heels, I feel strong inside. I feel like I can do anything. I feel like I can conquer the world. At that time, I was 25 years old. I was a young woman. I was living my life. I never thought that just one night could stay with me forever. But sometimes, one night can be very important. This one night was important for me. It started at a friend's birthday party. Parties are usually happy places. This party was big. There was a lot of music. The music was very loud. It was hard to hear people talk. There were many drinks. People were drinking and laughing. There were also many strangers. I did not know most of the people at the party. There were too many new faces for me that night. I was not in a good mood to talk to people. I felt a little tired. I felt a little bit shy. I did not want to make small talk. I did not want to meet new strangers. I just wanted to stand quietly for a while. I looked around the big room. I saw groups of people talking. I saw people dancing fast to the loud music. I felt like I did not belong there in that moment. I walked slowly away from the main group of people. I moved towards the side of the room. There was a bar there. People were getting drinks at the bar. I looked at the people near the bar, and then I saw him. He was standing by the bar. He was standing alone. He was not talking to anyone. He was quiet. He looked calm. He had a calm energy. This calm energy pulled me. It made me look at him more closely. He was tall. He looked different from the other people at the party. He was not loud. He was not trying to get attention. He just stood there, quiet and calm. I watched him for a few moments. He did not see me at first. Then he slowly turned his head. His eyes moved around the room. His eyes stopped on me. We looked at each other. He saw me. I saw him. It felt like the noise of the party became quiet for a second. It felt like time stopped. This simple moment was the beginning. It was the beginning of the night that stayed with me. I did not know his name then. I just saw him. He was a stranger, but he felt different. This is where my story of that night begins. This is the introduction to the memory that is still with me today. 2. Meeting him. Honey saw him across the room. He was standing near the bar. He was alone there. He seemed very quiet. He was a tall man. He had a calm energy. This energy was strong. It made Honey want to go closer to him. It pulled her attention. He looked at her from the bar. He smiled a little. Honey smiled back at him. It was a simple moment, just 2 smiles, but it felt like more. It felt important. Honey walked towards the bar. She stood near him. They started to talk. They talked for a very long time. It felt like many hours passed quickly. They talked about different things. Sometimes they talked about simple things from their day. Sometimes they talked about bigger ideas or feelings. It felt like they talked about everything and nothing at the same time. The noise of the party disappeared around them. It was just Honey and him. He laughed when they talked. His laugh was not loud like the music. It was soft. But it was a real laugh. It felt honest to Honey. Honey looked at his eyes while they talked. His eyes seemed to see her clearly, not just her face, but her true self. It was not a scary feeling at all. It felt safe and warm. It felt like his eyes understood something important about her. At one point, he gently reached out. He touched her hand where it rested on the bar. His touch felt warm and kind. It felt like he already knew her heart. It felt like they were not strangers meeting for the first time. It felt like they had known each other for a long time, maybe always. Many small things felt very big that night. A simple smile from him across the room. His quiet, real laugh. The soft touch on her hand. These simple actions felt very important. They made the noisy party feel far away. The loud music and the many people faded. Only he was important in that moment for Honey. He was just standing there, leaning against the bar. Quiet, calm, but his presence was strong. He made Honey feel something strong inside her, something she did not expect to feel that night at the party. They continued talking easily together. It felt like time stopped for a while. The party sounds were still around them, but they were in their own calm space, just talking, smiling, feeling a connection grow between them. His voice was calm and quiet, just like his energy. He did not talk loudly over the music. Honey felt very comfortable with him. She felt safe standing next to him, talking to him. He was different from the other people at the party. They were loud and moving fast. He was just there, calm, quiet, looking at her with his deep, safe eyes, smiling his soft, real smile. Honey stopped thinking about the party. She did not think about the music or the other strangers anymore. She only thought about him, about his calm energy, about his real laugh, about his safe eyes, about the feeling when he touched her hand. It was only a few hours, but it felt like a long and special time. A time when she met someone who seemed to see her. Someone who felt like a friend, even though they had just met that night. It felt like the start of something new. She did not know what it was, but it felt important. He told her his name was Victor. 3. Leaving together. That night, we decided to leave the party. The music was loud inside. Many people were there. But outside, the city felt different. It was quieter. We walked away from the noise and the crowd. There were no big promises between us. We did not tell any lies. It was just a moment we both needed right then. A simple moment. We walked outside under the sky. We could see some stars far above the city lights. It felt calm and peaceful. The city felt quiet around us. We walked side by side for a little while. He stopped walking. I stopped too. He looked at me. Then he kissed me. When he kissed me, it felt like the world stopped for a moment. Everything around us disappeared. It was just us in that moment. I allowed myself to forget everything else. All my worries, all my thoughts about tomorrow or yesterday. I let them all go, just for this one night. I felt like I could just be there right now. The feeling was clear and simple. It was good to feel wanted like that, not just for a short time, but in a real way. It felt like he wanted me to be there with him. It was a good feeling. We stood there for a little longer. The quiet city, the stars, the feeling of the kiss. It was a moment to remember. We started walking again, walking away from the party into the quiet night, ready for whatever came next. It was late now. The streets were not empty, but they were not full of people like the party. Just us, walking together. The air felt cool after the warm party room. It felt good to be outside. It felt like a new part of the night was starting. A quiet part just for us. We walked slowly. There was no hurry. It felt right to walk slowly together. The lights of the city were around us, but they felt far away. Our steps were quiet on the ground. It was a simple walk, but it felt important. A walk away from the noise towards something new. Just one night, but it felt special. For his home. After we left the party, we went to his place. It was late. The city was quiet outside, but still full of life. When we arrived at his building, we went inside. It was warm inside, away from the night air. We walked down a hall or up some stairs. It is not important how we got there. What is important is the feeling when we opened the door to his apartment. It felt different inside. Everything seemed to become slow. The fast feeling of the night, the loud music, the many people, it all stopped at the door. We stepped into a different world, a quiet world. His home was calm. The air felt still and peaceful. The lights were not bright white lights. They were soft, a warm orange color. This light made the room feel nice and comfortable, like a warm blanket. You could not hear the cars or the sounds from the street anymore. The noise from outside was gone. It was very quiet inside, just the sound of us breathing softly. He closed the door gently. He did not turn on more lights. The dim light was enough. It made long shadows in the corners of the room. I looked around a little. It was a simple place, not full of many things, clean and tidy. It felt like him, quiet and calm, safe. He turned to me. He did not say many words at first. He just looked at me for a moment. His face was soft in the dim light. Then he walked a few steps away. He went to a small table or a kitchen area. I watched him. He picked up a glass. He went to a water tap. He filled the glass with clear water. He came back to me and held the glass out. "Water?" he asked softly. His voice was low and kind. It was a small thing, offering water. Many people might not think of it, but it felt like a big thing to me. It showed me he was thinking about me and my comfort. He was kind and thoughtful. He was not just thinking about himself or what might happen next between us. He thought about a simple need first. This small act of kindness was important to me. It made me feel safe in his home, in this new place with him. He did not rush anything at all. He did not try to move quickly or make things happen fast. We were just there together in his quiet apartment. He gave me the water. I took the glass from his hand. I held it in my hands. The glass was cool. The water inside looked clear. He did not move closer to me right away after giving me the water. He did not try to touch me or hold me. He just stood in front of me. We were close enough to feel the quiet air between us, but there was space too. He waited. He let the quiet moment stay. He looked at my eyes. His eyes were still kind and calm, just like they were at the party when we first met. Standing there in his home felt very different from being outside in the busy city. It felt more real, more personal, but also soft and gentle. It was not loud or fast like the party. It was slow and quiet, just him and me, in his home. The soft lights made everything look gentle. The quiet air felt peaceful. The simple glass of water in my hands. Everything felt simple and right in that moment. He just stood there, waiting, letting me feel the calm of his home and his presence. He let me decide what felt right to do next. He was patient and kind. This quiet moment felt important. It was not an empty silence. It was a silence full of understanding without needing words. 5, feeling safe, he slowly lifted his hand. He reached out to me. He gently moved my hair. He put it behind my ear. His hands were big. They felt warm on my skin. They were not rough at all. His touch was soft. I could feel strength in his fingers. It was a quiet kind of strength. He held me close to him, but he did not hold me too tight. I felt his hold, but I still felt like myself. I did not lose me in that moment. He waited for me. He let me choose what would happen next. He gave me time. He gave me space to breathe. I could feel my own breath. When he held me in his arms, I felt his body. I felt his muscles under his shirt. They felt strong. They felt like they had a purpose. His arms around me felt like a safe place, like strong armor. He was strong, I knew this, but he was not trying to be in control of me. He did not try to show power over me. He had strength, yes, but he also held back. He had control of his own actions. He was strong and gentle at the same time. It was a strange feeling, a good feeling. I felt safe with him there, in his arms, in his home. Everything felt calm and slow. The quiet strength was new to me. His hands were big and warm. They moved my hair gently. He let me be me. He did not push me. He just held me close. I felt his chest against me. It was wide. It felt safe. His body was strong, but his touch was light. He was not demanding. He was waiting for me. I felt safe and free at the same time. It was a feeling I had not felt before. His quiet strength was around me. His arms were like armor, protecting me, but letting me move, letting me breathe. It was a good feeling to feel safe, to feel held, but also to feel free. His large hands were warm, his fingers were strong, but they were gentle. He held me close, but he did not take my space. He gave me space, space to think, space to feel, space to decide. I felt his strength, but not his force. It was a quiet power. He had control, but he used it gently. He was strong and kind. His arms were around me like armor, safe and strong. It felt good. I felt very safe. His quiet presence filled the room. His hands were warm on my face now. His thumbs gently touched my skin. It was a simple touch, but it meant a lot. I felt protected, not controlled, protected. His eyes looked at mine. They were kind, they were calm. I felt seen, but not judged, just seen. His strong arms held me. They were a safe border around me. I could feel his heartbeat, slow and steady. It made me feel calm too. His warmth was around me, a warm, strong circle. I felt safe inside it. There was no hurry, no pressure, just this moment. Feeling safe, feeling held, feeling free. His quiet strength was a comfort. His touch was gentle. His arms were strong. It was a perfect mix. I leaned into him. I felt the strength of his body, but I also felt the softness of his touch. It was a new kind of safety for me, one I had not known before. His hands were big, but they were careful. They were warm, they were strong, but they were gentle. This feeling of safety was strong. It was real. 6, the night. His touch felt like a question. It was not a demand. He seemed to ask, "Is this okay? Do you want this?" My answer in my heart was yes. This feeling was new and soft. It felt right. His kisses began slowly. His lips touched mine gently. It felt special, like something important and almost sacred. Then his kisses became deeper. There was a strong feeling of need in them, but also a lot of care and respect. His passion was clear and strong, but it was never wild or out of control. It stayed within a safe space. It felt very safe. His hands moved on my body. They explored gently and slowly. They did not take anything from me. They just felt and understood the shape and feeling of me. Every touch was soft and respectful. It was a completely new feeling for me in that moment. When he said my name, his voice was quiet and low. It sounded like a promise, maybe just a promise for that single moment we shared, even if it was not a promise for the future. Just hearing him say my name felt deeply important and made the moment feel very real and close between us. Later, when we were quiet, lying there together, his fingers moved on my back. He traced soft, gentle shapes with his fingertips, simple circles and lines. It felt like he did not want the moment to end, like he wanted to hold on to it. It felt like he wanted to remember me, every small part of me. The feeling of his fingers on my skin was soft, gentle, and very warm. It was a quiet way to show he cared without needing words. He did not speak much in these quiet times after. The silence between us was comfortable and full of feeling, not empty or awkward. It was a silence that understood everything that had happened. His breathing was calm and steady. Mine became calm too, resting next to him. The night felt like its own special world, separate from everything else. Outside, the city was sleeping, but inside, it was just us and the quiet. The air was warm and still around us. The dim light made everything look soft and peaceful. There was no rush at all, no need to think about tomorrow or the past. Only this moment mattered right now. His strength was clear in his touch and movements, but it was always a gentle strength. It did not scare me at all. It made me feel very safe and protected. Safe to be myself completely, safe to feel everything. His movements were slow and careful the whole time. Everything he did felt planned, but not in a cold or distant way. In a way that showed deep respect and care for me. He continued tracing shapes on my back, circles, lines, simple patterns again and again. Each touch was very light, but I felt it deeply inside me. It was a way of communication that did not need any words at all, a way of saying, "I see you clearly, I feel you here." It was a moment of very deep connection without speaking. The night was quiet and calm. It was full of feeling and meaning. It was a time when everything else in the world seemed far away and unimportant. Only the present moment mattered completely. His hand on my back, the quiet breathing, the feeling of being truly seen and wanted for who I was. It was a night I knew deep down I would never forget, no matter how much time passed. It was a night of gentle touches, quiet understanding, and a question that was answered with care and feeling. 7, morning time. I remember that night clearly. I looked at him next to me in the dim light. He had no shirt on. The light from the moon touched his skin softly. He looked strong. His body had shape and form, but he seemed very human, not like a picture, but real. He was tender too, not just strong. He was a man. He fell asleep next to me. His hand rested on my heart. It felt warm and safe. It was a simple touch, but it meant a lot. For a long time before this night, I did not sleep well. My mind was often busy, but that night was different. I slept like someone loved me. I slept very peacefully, without worries. It was a deep and quiet sleep. The hours passed in the calm night. Then the morning came. The sun started to rise outside the window. The room slowly became brighter. He was still there. He was still beside me in the bed when I woke up. I woke up slowly, feeling rested. He woke up too, around the same time. He looked at me with his soft eyes in the morning light. He smiled a little, a gentle smile. He moved closer to me. He leaned down towards my face. He kissed my forehead very gently. It was a soft kiss, a kind touch to start the day. Then he spoke. His voice was quiet, just above a whisper. He said, "Take care of your heart." These words were simple, but they stayed with me. They felt important, like a small gift. After he said that, he got out of the bed. He started to put on his clothes quietly. He did not say much more. I watched him get ready. He moved calmly around the room. Soon, he was dressed and ready to leave. He did not ask for my name again. I did not ask for his name either. We did not talk about the night we had shared. We did not talk about the future. There was no plan for us to meet again. There was no discussion about what had happened. It was just the morning after that one night. Everything felt quiet and simple. He walked to the door of the apartment. He opened it slowly. Before he stepped outside, he looked back at me one last time. His look was kind and calm. Then he left. The door closed quietly behind him, and just like that, he was gone from the room. He did not leave anything behind. He did not leave a piece of paper with his details. He did not leave his phone number so I could call him. He did not tell me his last name. My name is Honey, but I still did not know his full name. We exchanged nothing in the morning, only the memory of the night and his words. He was a stranger again, the same way he was at the party. But he was a stranger I would remember. The room was quiet after he left. The morning light filled the space where he had been. I was alone again in his apartment, but the feeling from the night, the peaceful sleep, and his words stayed with me. Take care of your heart. I lay there for a long time, thinking about the night and the morning. It was the end of that one special night. 2 years pass. 2 years have passed since that night. It feels like a long time, but the memory is still fresh, like it happened only yesterday. I never saw him again after he left that morning. He just walked out of my life as quietly as he walked into it at the party. There was no goodbye for the future, just a goodbye for that moment. But time does not always make you forget. For me, this one night did not fade away. It stayed. It lives in my mind and in my feelings. Sometimes it is the small things that bring the memory back. I might be in a coffee shop and a song starts playing. It is a song I heard before, maybe a song from that time. Or maybe it just sounds like the music we heard that night. When the music plays, I stop what I am doing. I listen. And I am back in that moment, standing near the bar, seeing him for the first time. Other times, it is a smell. A man walks past me in the street, and I smell his cologne. For a second, it is the same smell as Victor's cologne. It is a smell that felt safe and warm to me that night. When I smell it, my heart beats a little faster. I turn my head quickly. I look for him in the crowd. Of course, it is never him. 2 years is a long time. People move, lives change. But the memory is strong. It makes me look, even when I know he will not be there. I remember Victor. His name is Victor. It was just one night with Victor. A single night. It was a simple moment in time. It was not the start of a long story. It was just a chapter, maybe a page. But it was a page that I read carefully, and I remember it clearly. The feeling from that night stays with me. It is not a sad feeling. It is a quiet, important feeling. It was a short part of my story, but it showed me something. It showed me what it felt like to feel truly safe. It showed me what it felt like to be seen and wanted, not just looked at. It showed me what simple kindness could be, like offering water first. It showed me that strength can be gentle. These are things I learned in just one night. 2 years have passed, and life has moved on. I have met other people. I have had other experiences. But that one night 2 years ago is still with me. It is like a quiet light inside me. It reminds me of a feeling. It reminds me of Victor. It was just one night, but I remember it. It felt important then, and it feels important now. 2 years later, the memory is still clear and present. It is a part of who I am now.